Hello, I'm back. Technical issues. I imagine it's got something to do with the fact that I've got two teenagers in the house who are also using the internet, and I had poor connection. So hopefully this time round, hey Natasha, welcome back. I'm so sorry about that. I'm going to use my mobile data because I have plenty of it actually, and I just can't rely on Wi-Fi because my kids are in the house and I don't know what they're doing. And so I'll just use my mobile data, and hopefully whoever that joined me before will come back and join in here. So just to recap, where was I? We were talking about the different types. Oh, thanks, Natasha. I know it seems like technical issues is something that I do quite well around here. Yes, different types of advertising over the years, gone from Yellow Pages to Google AdWords to social media advertising. There's always a trade-off. You know, it's either you can get free ads, not so much free ads, but free leads, and you spend more time getting them, or you pay money and you can actually get leads on tap, you know, like pretty much on autopilot. So I know I have experienced both, and I'm going to go through all that with you. So as I was saying, a couple of years ago, I started this group. And it started off with friends and family, and then I started inviting other people into the group. I think it was at that point that my video died. So I think I've caught up. So then I kind of actually hired a VA to help me out with growing the group and inviting more people in and so on. And then also organically, as the group grew and as engagement increased, Facebook was starting to show my group to other people. And so then I kind of had pretty much stopped inviting people in because my group is now just organically growing. And essentially, you know, this is a group for women, and it's called Online Women Entrepreneurs, and it is my target market. It's who I want to work with. And so potentially I've got a group full of women who could potentially be leads for me in future clients, right? So that's my group. That's how it started. I also started a Facebook business page. Again, I started with friends and family like most people do. And then I started experimenting with Facebook ads, because you do need a business page in order to start Facebook ads. And quite early on, actually, I discovered a strategy for getting 1 cent leads. But back then, the leads weren't the best of quality. So essentially, if you leave out the countries that you tend to target, like for me personally, it would be sort of Australia, New Zealand, Canada, US, UK. If you actually exclude them from who you target and or more specifically target third world countries, then it's actually a no-brainer to get 1 cent leads. In fact, you can get leads for half a cent, but obviously they're just numbers, right? Because they can't often afford our services. So that's not necessarily a good quality lead. Even though they're lovely people and people who need our services and our products, they can't often afford them. So the Facebook page and my Facebook group, they're kind of longer term strategies, right? They're still followers, members who see me sharing content. They get to know me, hopefully get to like me, and they build trust in me. And then, you know, they might purchase something from me at some stage. So as I had those strategies going in the background, I also still wanted to obviously get leads that I could pitch to straight away. And how I did that was by sharing my content in other groups that already had large established audiences. So I was targeting sort of 4 or 5 other groups who had 50,000 plus or like-minded women who I could potentially make offers to. But I did that through sharing content first, and then on promo days and so on, I would share my offers. And that's how I generated leads. Again, that was really super time consuming, right? Because you had to keep sharing content and you had to keep engaging in all these groups and then sharing offers and building connections and so on. And then I evolved to creating my own opt-in, a freebie, which I advertised through Facebook ads and started generating leads that way. And to get those sorts of leads, I was spending about $3.50 for people to just give me their email address. Yeah, and once they're in my email address, then I continue to nurture them and share value with them and offer my services to them. So that's typically how businesses have been operating and how my business has been going over the last couple of years. So then recently I came across attraction marketing and I started looking into it, and I also came across a particular educational platform called Global Affiliate Zone, and it teaches not only attraction marketing but also has a whole heap of mindset stuff, which, as you all would know, I'm super passionate about mindset. And so I looked into it further. There was a 14-day trial. And so I checked it out, and that is essentially where I've been recently learning the tactics that I have, and that's what I'm going to share with you in today's training. So what else can I say? So yeah, so today's training is just a small piece of what I've learned, but they get in a heap of guest trainers. There's a whole heap of training that's already on the platform, plus there's sort of 3 hours of live training that's delivered every week. And this particular training was something that I learned from a guy called Dennis Yu, and he's an absolute social media and digital marketing guru. So if you look him up, you will find that he has spent over $1 billion in Facebook advertising for various clients. And so it's been based on his learning that he's developed this teaching, and that's what I'd love to share with you today. So how do you get good quality 1 cent leads? I can see more and more people are joining. Say hello, and let me know at any stage at all if you guys have any questions, by the way. So don't hesitate to just drop them in the comments and I will keep checking. So 1 cent leads. If you want to keep costs down on your leads, hey Rachel, the best thing to do is to actually get engagement on your ads and build relationships through Messenger rather than asking people to share their email or click on any links. To get someone to click on a link or share their email costs a lot more than it does to get a comment. So yeah, it's as simple as that, right? So engagement is a lot cheaper than an actual conversion through Facebook ads. So the quickest way is to obviously get someone's email, to get them to click on a link and go to your landing page, provide you with an email and so on. But that kind of lead Depending on your industry, can cost anywhere from $1 to $5. And that's the lead that I was saying that I was previously paying about $3.50 for. Leads to trainings or webinars cost even more. They can cost between $5 to $10 or even more than that, depending on the time of year and how much competition there is and what industry you belong to. And there are so many other factors as well. So the 1 cent lead is achieved through video ads, right? Video is the most cheapest form of advertising through Facebook. And what Dennis Yu says is to keep the videos really short. So keep them to about 60 seconds. And that way you can also advertise or use that same video on Instagram too. And build your know, like, and trust through those videos. And initially you might just be sharing videos just to get a comment, just to get engagement, like I said. And then you can continue to build a relationship with these people off, not so much offline because it's still online, but through Messenger. And that is a far more effective and a far cheaper way of getting leads than trying to get someone to give you your email address. So, sorry, I'm just checking my notes as well. Yeah, and then there's the added bonus that you can actually retarget these people through. There's this thing called Facebook Pixel, which you may or may not be aware of. And if you have your pixels set up, if people go to your website, you can retarget them. If people comment on your posts, you can retarget them. And certainly with video views, you can retarget them too, right? So you can retarget anyone that's even just watched 3 seconds of your video. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend that because it doesn't really necessarily mean that they've engaged with your video. But I certainly retarget people who've watched 75% of my video or more. And that is how I've been able to generate leads. So I actually set up an ad just last evening and I noticed this morning that I'm getting 3 cent leads. Now, over time, that will drop to 1 cent because how it works is the more engagement you get and the more the more people comment or like and so on, the more Facebook thinks that it's relevant and the algorithms work in your favor and the price goes down. So that's how it works. So you start off with like $1 a day if you want. I mean, it depends on your budget and how much you've got to spend, but you can start with as little as $1 a day to test different videos to see which gets the most engagement, and that's the video that you start putting more money into, so you get more and more leads through that way. So there are different things that can impact the price and the engagement of a video or even a written post. And they would be things like the image that you use, and in the case of video as well, you know, just how engaging you are on video and the title that you've used, and you know, whether it's compelling enough for people to stop their scrolling and actually watch it. And subtitles help with videos as well. So sometimes people don't often listen, but they're just sort of reading the subtitles. And obviously the copy that goes with the videos, that's also hugely helpful to help people to kind of stop the scrolling and actually engage with your content. I don't have a glass of water here, but I could really do with one. Does anyone have any questions? I know there's a lot of people watching, and I've shared quite a bit in there. Do you guys have any questions at all? Okay, so I'll just keep going. Just pop them in the comments if you do, because I know what I'm talking about. I hope I'm making sense when it comes to Facebook ads. Yeah, and then there are also some external factors, I'm just reading my notes, that are out of your hands that might impact the cost of your leads. And like I think I mentioned this previously as well, like your industry. If your industry is one that leverages social media a lot, like for example coaching, then often the cost of those leads can be higher. But having said that, I've been able to achieve 1 cent leads. So it really is a matter of testing what works, and yeah, and not spending a whole lot of money during that testing period, but actually it's a bit of trial and error to find the winning ad and then increasing your budget. The thing is, guys, and I see people making this mistake all the time, and no disrespect at all to people in MLM type businesses, but just spamming pages with your products just doesn't work. People don't come to social media to buy. They come to social media to connect, to engage, to build relationships with people. So that is the most important thing to do when you're in social media. And video can be effective for that because people really get to know you that way through video. And, you know, just not asking for a sale, you know, like the first time you meet someone, it's like, you don't go to bed with the first person that you meet at a bar, right? So you get to know them first. And it's the same thing when you ask someone for a sale on that first, on the first post that you share or whatever it might be. People are never going to buy. But once you've built a relationship with someone, and once you've built that trust and they know you, then telling them about a product or a service that you have that might be helpful for them is going to be far more effective. So, attraction marketing, right? We keep hearing this being mentioned all the time, but essentially that's what it's all about. It's about people being attracted to you and not necessarily just dumping a product or, you know, an ad and just saying to people, buy now, because that just doesn't work. So that pretty much is it. I want to be really respectful of your time, so I'd sort of plan to keep it to about 30 minutes. Video ads, keep them short, ideally around that 1 minute mark, so you can use them on Instagram too if you choose to. Test out different ads. Share ads where people can get to know you. So, you know, you might start off with, so Dennis Yu talks about your why videos, your how videos, and your what videos. So he talks about starting with a why video, you know, why did you start your business, that kind of thing. Why do you do what you do? Why are you passionate about what you do? Any of those sort of why type videos, you know, for 60 seconds. And if people engage with those videos, you retarget them with how videos. So how to overcome a particular obstacle or how to achieve what you've achieved or that kind of thing. And then you retarget people who've watched those videos with what videos, what they can do in order, you know, to achieve what you've achieved. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, I'm going to really rely on you guys to drop any questions. Yeah, so this digital marketing platform, or the educational platform that I've been talking about, is called the Global Affiliate Zone, and that's who I've sort of joined in the last few months. And the training is absolutely awesome. It's up to date. It's they bring in industry experts all the time to share how to really enhance your personal brand, how to, do things like this, leverage video, and it's people who have, like I said, spent billions of dollars on social media, and so they absolutely know what they're talking about. And it just costs $99 a month for this particular platform, and there's no contracts. There's a 14-day money-back guarantee period, and yeah, it's really truly quite awesome. And my mentors actually are earning in the vicinity of $80,000 every single month, and this is after 2 years of being in the business, I have to say. So it's not like they've achieved it overnight. But what they're doing is they're just promoting other people's products. So, like in my case, I've used it to leverage, learn more about digital marketing, but also to continue to offer my coaching services. And there are other people that offer their own, so if you're offering your own products and services, you can still use the education and still offer your own products and services, or you can actually offer other people's products and services, become an affiliate, or, even if you're in multi-level marketing and you've got products and services, but you don't want to keep approaching friends and family, because that's kind of the hardest thing, right? Because you feel like everyone's going to start avoiding you if all you're doing is, trying to pitch to them and sell them something. But you can actually leverage social media and tap into a massive global audience and really, really skyrocket your sales. So what else can I tell you? Yeah, I know people who join this platform and actually quit their corporate jobs. They've started off with it being just a side gig, and they've quit their corporate jobs. I can't speak highly enough of it, actually. I know someone who's watching here recently joined, but I don't want to call her out. Yeah, the thing is, I think the reason I'm so excited about this particular platform is because I see and hear entrepreneurs, and this included me, right, talking about freedom and wanting freedom, and yet we are working, or people are working harder than they were doing in their 9 to 5, under-earning, over-giving, and I question how much freedom we truly have. And that's been a massive realization for me as well, because since joining this platform, I have freed up a whole heap of time. I really have. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's done for you within this platform too. There are funnels, there are webinars, there are email nurture campaigns, there's what else? Actually, the sales is done for you with it. If you choose one of the products that the platform recommends, then the sales is done for you. But if you're doing your own products, then obviously you've got to do your own sales too. And like I said, it's $99 a month. There are no contracts, and there's a 14-day money back guarantee. Anyway, I think I have talked enough about it. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me, drop them in the comments, message me privately, and I can answer any questions that you have. If you feel like taking a leap of faith and actually checking out the educational platform, I'll also share a link. It'll be just a link to the payment page, and it's $99 a month, but you pay, you subscribe, you go in, you check it out, you meet the community. There's about 10,000 amazingly supportive people, right? They're so positive, and everyone is willing to help each other out. It's awesome. And I've actually never felt alone in business since I've joined this, because prior to that, you know how business can sometimes feel a bit lonely when you're sitting at your laptop trying to get everything worked out and you feel quite alone. Yeah, no longer have that feeling. So yeah, you can just go in, check it out, and in 14 days, if you think, nah, not for me, not what, you know, Anne oversold it, nah, I don't really like it, that's absolutely cool. You can get your money back. So there is no risk. So I'd like you to really give some thought to where you'd like to be in 3, 6, 12 months time, and, you know, see if this extra bit of support may be helpful for you, and think about what's the cost of staying stuck and not getting the support and staying exactly where you are today. So I shall leave that with you. And oh my gosh, I can see there are some comments. Natasha, oh, thank you. Hey, Kate, sorry I didn't, oh God. And you need to scroll down, right? So, you know, Facebook 101, Laptop 101, Facebook Live 101, scroll down to read the comments. Yeah, Jackie agrees. Jackie's familiar with the platform too. So true, says Natasha. If only I saw when you said so true, Natasha. I'm hoping you're referring to the importance of building connections and relationships and not just spamming people with products, because I know you don't do that. And thank you. So thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, reach out to me, leave any comments that you have. Let me know if you're watching the replay. Lovely to connect with you all, and hope you have an awesome weekend. See you soon. Bye.